Okay, so I am playing Agnes Baker. She is the waitress. Agnes Baker may be just an unassuming waitress in this life, but in a previous life, in a time and age undreamed of in the modern world, she had been a powerful witch. It had begun when she found a strange artifact, a key of some kind, in a dusty collection of family belongings in her attic. When she touched it, the memories came flooding back, along with one word, Hyperborea. The more she delved into the visions and memories of her former life, the stronger her powers grew, and the more frightened she became.
And I am playing Wendy Adams, the urchin. Mama used to let Wendy play with her necklace when she was small. Mama would tell her stories, and Wendy would spin the necklace and watch as it glittered. Then word came that her father had been lost at sea, and Mama started acting strange, drawing unusual symbols in chalk all over the house. They took Mama to the asylum, and Wendy went to the orphanage. Before they took her away, Mama gave her the necklace to, quote, protect her. Wendy stayed in the orphanage for several years before running away, deciding that she could take better care of herself on her own.
Alrighty. And we're getting ready to start the Night of the Zealot campaign, the campaign that comes with the revised core set, and maybe the regular core set too, but I don't know why you'd buy a regular core set now when the revised core set is out. So yeah, part 1, The Gathering. You and your partners have been investigating strange events taking place in your home city of Arkham, Massachusetts. Over the past few weeks, several townspeople have mysteriously gone missing. Recently, their corpses turned up in the woods, savaged and half-eaten. The police and newspapers have stated that wild animals are responsible, but you believe there is something else going on. You are gathered at the lead investigator's home to discuss these bizarre events. Who's the lead investigator?
You are. I'm an urchin.
Oh, I was thinking you could be squatting in this house. All right. We're at my house. We're at Agnes's house. And we're locked in the study. The door to your study has vanished. It's a location that has 2 shroud and 2 investigator clues, so that'd be 4. Draw our opening hands of 5. And I have my paranoia in there, so I get a new one. Keeping that, the rest can go. 1, a 2, a 3. Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Get one of my weaknesses out of there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess we can say what our character's special abilities are. Agnes Baker, reaction. After 1 or more horror is placed on Agnes Baker, deal 1 damage to an enemy at your location, limit once per phase. And if she draws the Elder Sign out of the bag, +1 for each horror on Agnes Baker.
For Wendy, reaction. When you reveal a Chaos token, choose and discard 1 card from your hand, cancel that Chaos token, and return it to the bag. Reveal a new Chaos token. Limit once per test/ability.
1's each test. That seems good.
You got to discard a card, though.
Oh, okay.
Elder Sign effect, +0 if Wendy's Amulet, which is a card in my deck, is in play. You automatically succeed instead.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, we're in the study. We've got 4... Oh, yeah. We got to read the agenda and the act
What's
first.
going on? Why are we in this house?
Yeah, okay.
And all trapped.
So we're locked in the study. We've got the agenda card. This is agenda 2A. Agenda 1A. Let's start there.
At the beginning?
Yeah. What's going on? It is late at night. You're holed up in your study, researching the bloody disappearances that have been taking place in the region. A few hours into your research, you hear the sound of strange chanting coming from your parlor down the hall.
Wololol.
At the same time, you hear dirt churning, as if someone were digging beneath the floor.
Act 1A. Trapped. As you leap to investigate, the doors to your study vanishes before your eyes, leaving behind only a solid wall. You're trapped inside your study until you can find another way out. Oh, look. 2 investigator clues required to advance.
Oh, and there's 2 investigator clues on the study?
Oh,
How convenient, yeah. All right, so you're better at getting clues than I am, at least right now. You've got 3 book instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could get a few of these clues so we can get out of here. Also, what are you doing in my study?
It's not important, Rip. We have to figure out what's going on with these monsters.
Okay.
And why the door disappeared. So, for my first action, I'm going to play my flashlight.
Ooh, flashlight. Very nice.
I don't know if I necessarily want to use it for just the study.
The study, yeah, with a shroud of 2.
Yeah. So, I am going to, for my second action, investigate.
Straight up.
Straight up.
I got this flashlight.
Yep.
I don't need it.
So I have 3 book. Shroud is a 2. I need a -1 or better. And I get a cultist.
Cultist is -1.
If you fail, take 1 horror.
But
I did not fail.
You did not fail. That's a clue.
That is a clue for me. And action the third, I will investigate straight up again.
Solid.
-1 or better, and I get a -2.
All right, that's a failure.
It is, except I am lucky.
You're lucky?
Fast play when you would fail a skill test, get +2 to your skill value for that test.
So that puts you at a 3. And you get a clue.
Yes, I do.
Sweet. Alrighty, well, I'm going to go now. Gotta flip your bitch. I'm going to play Rite of Seeking. It costs me 4. It only has 3 charges on it. But I can investigate using my brain value instead of book. If you succeed, discover 1 additional clue at this location. If a bad symbol is revealed during this test, after this test resolves, lose all remaining actions immediately end your turn. I am going to investigate using Rite of Seeking. So I've got 5 brain against a shroud of 2. So I need -3 or better. -1. That gets me both of the clues.
Hooray!
And then we can spend these 4 clues to advance the act deck. So let's do that.
The door on the floor. You notice that the edges of your newly purchased rug are tattered and mud-stained. Finding this odd, you shift the furniture aside and pull back the rug. To your surprise, you see the door leading out of your study. You slowly turn the knob and the door swings open, revealing your hallway below. You jump through the door, landing on your feet on soft dirt. The door to the study slams shut above you. The smell of burning wood fills the narrow hall, intermingled with the scent of rot and decay. Put into play the set-aside hallway,
Hallway.
cellar,
Cellar.
attic,
Attic.
and parlor.
Parlor.
Discard each enemy in the study. Done. Remove or place each investigator in the hallway.
All right, we're in the hallway now.
And remove the study from the game.
Study is RFG'd. Okay. So we've got the parlor, we've got the cellar, the hallway. That was my second action. Let's see. Oh yeah, what's the next act card?
Act 2A, the barrier. A glowing barrier blocks the path to your parlor. As you move toward it, intense heat forces you to back away. Picking up a handful of dirt, you toss it at the barrier and watch in horror as the dirt incinerates.
Oof.
Perhaps there's something in the cellar or attic that can help.
Okay.
Objective. When the round ends, investigators in the hallway may, as a group, spend the requisite number of clues to advance. 3 investigator clues.
So it says when the round ends. So we can only do that at the end of the upkeep phase. Okay.
Correct.
Interesting. All right, well, I think I'm going to head up into the attic. Yeah, I think I'm going to head up into the attic. No. I spent a lot of my resources on this Rite of Seeking. I think I'm just going to get a resource back so that I can play something next turn and head up into the attic later. So yeah, that was my third action, getting a resource. Flipping my
Okey-dokey.
bitch.
Monsters go.
No monsters.
Monsters are done. Draw a card first.
Yep. Upkeep, we get our actions back. Draw a carta.
And get a resource.
Uh-huh. Okay. That is the end of the turn. So the first thing that happens in the next turn is the sheet gets a doom, 1 of 3, and we start drawing encounter cards. I've got a swarm of rats,
Whee!
I'll probably punch him.
Oh, wonderful. I have a ravenous ghoul.
Oh boy.
Humanoid monster ghoul, 3/3/3, prey, lowest remaining health.
3/3/3 is no joke. Well, if you can't run away from him, I can probably deal with the rats and then take him for you. So that you can go about investigating.
I should be able to get away from him.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I was saying if
Just
I
in
go
case you
first,
don't. Yeah.
then that'll give you a free shot at him if you want
Sure.
to fight him or not.
Yeah.
He's not a hunter though, so he will.
He's
stay
just gonna
here.
chill in the hallway. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to cheap shot.
Fight.
Fight. Add my foot value to your skill value for this attack. If you succeed by 2 or more, automatically evade the attacked enemy.
Okay.
So that puts me at a 5 on his 3. 6, 7.
7 on 3.
So I need a -2 or better.
Or -4 or better. Oh, -2 or better to automatically evade.
To automatically evade.
You're still fighting.
Correct.
So if you get a -3, -4, you still do a damage. You just don't get away.
Right.
Okay. 0.
So he takes the damage.
Yep. And you evade him.
And he is evaded here.
He's in the hallway. Yep. Pretty good turn.
That was action the first.
Mhm.
Action the second, I'm going to play Leather Coat.
Solid.
And then I'm going to move down to the cellar.
Sweet. Go for it.
Cellar, 4 shroud, 2 investigator clues. Forced, after you enter the cellar, take 1 damage. Hey!
Hey, your leather coat.
Sweet.
We may have played this scenario before.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. So Wendy's down in the cellar. Your cellar seems to have been replaced with an underground network of icy tunnels and caverns. The cold chills you to the core. All righty. Well, that was your turn. I'm going to punch these rats first.
Probably
just
a good
with my
idea.
fists.
They are hunters.
I'm testing at a 2 on a 1. Elder Sign, which is +1 for each horror on me, which is 0. But that succeeds. The rats are dead. Okay. I'm going to get my shriveling spell out. It costs me 3. That's all my resources. And it has 4 charges on it. But I'm going to spend 1 to shoot this monster.
The ravenous ghoul.
The ravenous ghoul, yep. So spend a charge, which I already did by not putting the 4th one on it. Fight uses head instead of fist and deals +1 damage. If a bad symbol is revealed, take a horror. All right, so I'm at 5 on his 3. Tablet, which is -2. If there is a ghoul enemy at your location, take a damage. He is a ghoul, so I take a damage because of the tablet, but it still succeeds because -2. I was up by 2, so that just kills him. The 2 damage.
Because you do 1 damage.
I do 2 damage. It uses head instead of fist and deals +1 damage.
Oh.
So I do 2 damage to it. It dies, but because of the tablet, I take off damage as well.
Cool.
All right, that's the end of my turn. The monsters go. Oh, there are no monsters.
Hooray.
Imagine that. Flip our people back.
Get resources. Oh, you know what?
What?
We're supposed to spend our clues when we flipped our...
Yeah, I did.
I didn't.
We get a card first, and then we get a resource. Okay. My 1 lonely resource. Cool. Doom on the sheet. Then we get encounter cards. I got Grasping Hands. Test foot 3 for each point you fail by. Take 1 damage. I have 3 feet. I'm going to play Manual Dexterity to increase it to 5. 5 against a 3. 0. I didn't need the manual dexterity, but it does draw me a card, which is always good.
Oh, joy, a ghoul minion.
A ghoul minion. Oh, jeez, well, Pete, do you need me to come down there and help you?
Probably. I mean, I guess he's a 2 evade, and I have 4 evasion.
Yeah, but then, like... So you've got your flashlight, and you've got your leather coat. He just kills 1 and 1, but...
I mean, I could probably... So I can try to evade him.
Yeah. The only problem with me coming down there is I would have to take a damage.
Right. Yeah, I think I can reasonably evade him.
All right, so you're going to evade and then gather clues? Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm going to evade him, gather clues, and then get out.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Because he's not a hunter.
No.
So...
Although, can you get all 4 clues? Because that's a victory point.
Not this turn.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to evade him, and I'm going to commit cunning distraction. So that puts me at a 5 foot
Okay.
on a 2 test, -3 or better.
-1.
-1.
So he's evaded.
He's evaded. He's sitting there. Next, action the second.
There's still a glare on these cards.
I'm going to spend 1 flashlight resource.
All right, so you've got a shroud of 2 now.
So -2 or better on my book of 3. So -1 or better. -1.
That's a success. Take your clue.
And I think... So he's going to ready up and engage you. But he won't attack me.
Yeah, I can come down there and kill him. I think I can tank 1 more damage. I don't have a way to heal it, but I can tank 1 more damage right now.
So I'm trying to decide, do I try to get 1, possibly 2 of these clues? Or do I... Because if I have to go back down there, I'm going to take a damage anyways.
Right.
I think I'm just going to try to take clues now, because he's only going to engage me. He won't yet attack me.
Right. And you can just evade him next turn.
Right. So I'm going to spend another flashlight, still at Shroud of 2, Test of 3, -1 or better.
-4.
-4.
That puts your skill value to 0.
0. So
on
I
a
failed
test of 2.
by 2. Look what I found. Fast. Play after you fail a skill test by 2 or less while investigating. Discover 2 clues at your location.
Solid.
Yes, please.
All right, so if your plan is to just evade him again next turn, get the clue, and come out, I'm going to go up into the attic to see what I can find out up there. The smell of rotten meat assaults your nostrils as you approach the attic stairs.
It smells delicious.
We've got the attic. Forced after you enter the attic, take a horror. I can deal a damage to an enemy at my location, which is none. Yet. The bloody carcass of a malformed beast swings from a meat hook. Why is there a meat hook in my attic? Change to the ceiling.
I mean, you are the waitress.
I guess that's true. Blood drains slowly from the carcass, dripping into a small barrel. All right, there's 4 clues there. 2 per investigator. Rawr. And... let's see. I think I'm going to use my Rite of Seeking. Because I can just do 2 charges of Rite of Seeking and get all 4 of these clues. So let's do that. Rite of Seeking. Investigating using brain instead of books. That puts me at 5 against a 1. -1. That is 2 clues. Oh, thank you. And I'm going to do it again. That's my last charge on Rite of Seeking.
And the attic is a victory point, too.
The attic is a victory point. -4, but I was at 5 against a 1. That's still a success. Oh, Agnes. That was my turn. That I moved and I Rite of Seeking twice. So our bitches were flipped. We forget to do that
Constantly.
all the time. Okay.
Monster
upkeep.
ready's up.
Yep. He engages
me.
you. My people are flipped again. We get a card first, and then a resource. The sheet gets its third doom, which I'll tell you, when I was playtesting my deck, I was playing Agenda 2A first, so it took 7 doom to advance, which might be why I was doing so well. We've got a lapse in time. Your house continues to change before your very eyes. The walls have decayed and the ground in many rooms has turned to dirt. It is almost as if you have been transported somewhere else entirely, although every now and again you recognize elements of your former home. The lead investigator must decide, choose one. Either each investigator discards a card at random from their hand, well, that's your only card, right? Or the lead investigator suffers 2 horror. I can take some horror. Then we've got the Rise of the Ghouls. This is Agenda 2A. The floor beneath you is giving way and you see a vast network of tunnels twisting into the darkness below. Shapes and silhouettes of strange creatures move swiftly through the tunnels, trying to find a way up. You probably don't want to be here when they do. 7 doom to advance. So we've got a few turns. That was the add doom to the agenda and advance, and now we need to draw encounters. Grasping Hands, test foot 3. For each point you fail by, take a damage. God, I get that card all the time, and I don't have any way to deal with it, so I'm just testing 3 against 3. 0. Whew. Okay.
Crypt Chill, test head 4. If you fail, choose and discard 1 asset you control. If you cannot, take 2 damage instead.
Okay.
Testing head 4.
Yeah.
Eesh.
You're 4 against a 4.
Yep.
I mean, you can get rid of your leather coat.
Yeah, because the flashlight's
That,
more.
yeah, that's essentially like taking a damage. But it's better than taking 2 damage. Yeah, all right.
Oof. Yeah, I failed.
At least it's not for every point you fail by. It's
Right.
just if you fail.
So I need to discard an asset.
So either your leather coat or your flashlight.
My leather coat is going goodbye-bye.
Yeah, that's probably the right choice. It's our turn now. You're still engaged with the ghoul minion, but if you can run away from him, get that clue, and get into the hallway, we can advance the act.
Right. Yes, so I think I'm just going to try to evade him outright.
Okay.
I have 4 feet. He has 2 evasion. So I am at -2 or better. Skull. -X, where X is the number of ghoul enemies at your location. That is 1. So I succeed by 1.
Sweet.
He is exhausted. Action the second. I'm going to use my flashlight. And that puts me at a 3, testing a Shroud of 2. And I kind of wanted to play this card, but
Is it going to be better to commit it?
I'm just going to commit it
Your
to
amulet?
make it a -3 or better to get the clue and get the hell out of there with the monster.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That would be good for cycling my deck, but -3 or better, and here comes the auto-fail.
Nope, just a -1.
And I take a damage.
No, if you fail, take a horror.
Oh,
it was
so
the
you
cultist.
used the tablet.
Yeah, it was the cultist.
Okay, I'm good.
All right, so you get that clue.
That is action the second, and action the third is run away.
All right.
And flip my bitch.
Cool. So the ghoul minion's not a hunter, so he's just going to chill down there in the cellar.
Literally.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
cold down
it's
there.
cold. Yeah, icy tunnels. So there's no more clues in the attic, so I'm going to head down to the hallway. That's my first action, is to move. My second action is going to be to play an emergency cache to get me some resources. And my third action is going to be to get out my baseball bat. I found it. It was up there in the attic too. Getting ready to swing.
At what? The monster in the cellar?
Yeah, I'll go down there next turn. All right, so we need to spend 3 investigator clues at the end of the round. Well, I guess the round isn't over yet. We still need the monsters to go. We need the upkeep to happen. So he readies up, just staying down there in the cellar. We ready up. We get a card.
Draw a card.
And we get a resource.
Whee.
Now the round is over. We can spend 6 clues. I've got 4. You've got 4. So I'm just going to spend my 4. Spend your 2, I guess.
I still got 2 clues.
Sweet.
Why did I put them in your pile? Because
I don't
I've
know.
got plenty.
You've
over
got
here.
plenty. All right, read the act. Advancing.
All right. Act 2A, the barrier.
You read that already. Read the back of it.
Breaking the barrier.
Oh, is that what we did?
Using the barrel from the attic.
Oh, the thing that the meat juice was dripping into?
Yeah. You carry ice and snow from the cellar and hurl it at the barrier.
How? I was the only one in the attic. You were the only one in the cellar. So I have the barrel, and I guess you have a bunch of ice in your hand?
Apron of ice, and we put it in the barrel so we could throw it at the barrier because it's easier to throw out of a barrel than...
I guess.
Yeah. So the barrier sparks and shudders as it consumes the ice, then hisses and fades out of existence. The barrier blocking the passage into the parlor has vanished. Reveal the parlor.
Woo! So the parlor is a 2 shroud, 0 clues. We have an action we can take in there. Resign. This is too much for me. You run out the front door, fleeing in panic. While Lita Chantler is not controlled by a player, she gains action parlay test book 4. If you succeed, take control of Lita Chantler. So...
Part 2. Put the set-aside Lita Chantler into play in the parlor.
She's an ally asset. She costs 0. While you control Lita Chantler, she gains. Each investigator at your location gets +1 fist. Reaction, when an investigator at your location successfully attacks a monster enemy, that investigator deals +1 damage. She has 3 heart and 3 brain.
Well, it could be so scary that we will want to resign and say, this is too much for me. You must run, or you run out of the front door, fleeing in panic. Oh,
I bet it's this card.
Spawn the set-aside ghoul priest in the hallway.
It spawns in the hallway. We're both there. Pray, highest fist. That's me. Because I have 2. You have 1.
And he is a...
He is a 4 fist, 5 investigator health, so 10 health, and 4 evade. Humanoid monster, ghoul, elite, hunter, retaliate. 2 victory points. He also deals 2 heart and 2 brain worth of damage.
Woof.
Yeah, so that was the end of the round. The Mythos phase happens now. We put a Doom on the sheet. 1 of 7, not too worried about that. And draw encounter cards. I've got Rotting Remains. Test head 3. For each point you fail by, take a horror.
Hey, that could be helpful.
It could deal a damage if I fail. I'm testing 5 against a 2. Actually, let's commit Fearless to it. That's another brain. If the skill test is successful, heal a horror. So I'm testing 6 against a 3. +1. That succeeds. And I heal a horror thanks to Fearless.
Whee! Oh, look. Rotting Remains.
Huh.
Test head 3. I have head 4. That doesn't help me any, so I'm going to test it outright. +1, or -1 or better.
-1 or better, okay.
-2.
-2. So you
So
take
I
a horror.
A horror.
That's not too bad. You got 7.
All right. Our turn.
Our turn. I've got this shriveling card. I could deal 6 damage to him, and he's at 10. And then that's a foot of 4.
But potentially I
he's
could
a retaliate. Oh.
go in, get Lita Chantler.
I mean, fists don't help me with shriveling. They'd help me with a baseball bat. Because I've got 3 charges of shriveling, and then I'm going to need to swing away at him.
But it says attacks, not fights.
That's
keyword.
true. That's true. Yeah. So I could deal 3 damage apiece with my shriveling. So do you want to go run and get this woman in my parlor? See if she
I'll
can
try.
help us? Okay.
I don't know what you're doing in this woman's house, but we need your help.
Why are
Please.
you in my house?
You were feeding me.
Okay.
I don't know.
I am the waitress.
Okay, so I need to parlay her book 4.
Uh-huh.
I have book 3.
So you need the +1. Get anything that can help?
I do. Resourceful gives me a book.
Adds a book, and if it's successful, you get an item back to your hand.
I get to search my discard. I get to get a survivor card, not named resourceful, from my discard pile and add it to my hand.
A survivor card,
Yes,
so not
a
your
red
Wendy's
card.
amulet, unfortunately.
So I am at 0 or better, and unfortunately, I don't have a card to discard to do my special thing.
Oh yeah. Do you? Now here's the question.
Do I draw a card?
No, because no.
I won't get back to you this turn if I don't just try it now.
Yeah, because what I was saying is instead of committing resourceful, is it better? There's 2 zeros in the bag, so no. You're doing 1 test with 3 successes instead of 2 tests with 1 success, because you could discard the right.
Yeah.
You could draw a card and see if it has book on it
And then
before you parlay.
Right, but then I won't get back to you this turn.
That's fine, probably. I can tank a hit.
Question mark?
As
Okay.
long as I don't fail and take a retaliate attack, I'm fine.
Okay. I'm going to then draw a card as action the second. So I moved action the first, draw a card action the second,
Okay.
and that does not help at all.
Okay. So now you're parlaying 4 against 4.
Yep. With a card that I'd really like to commit towards a more successful test, but
We got.
-2.
Okay. So that failed.
And that was action the third.
Yeah. And your special ability is if you fail, you can discard that card to try again.
I can.
Yeah.
Which it's for clue getting, so
Yeah, we don't need more clues. We need to kill this monster.
let's try this again. So I returned the token to the bag, reveal a new chaos token.
Oh, even worse.
Let's get super fucked.
Yeah. Alrighty. So that was your turn?
Yep.
Lita's like, what are you doing here, little girl? Get away from me.
What are you doing in this parlor that's not in my house?
All right, I am going to try to attack this monster with shriveling. So let's use shriveling. I am going to be testing 5 head against 4 fight. Oof. -1. That is a success. 2 damage. You got him? Oh, I got him. He's in front of me. 2 damage.
Whee!
We're going to do it again. Shriveling. 5 head against 4 fight. -4. That puts me at 1. That's bad. I can't do anything. So he retaliates against me. I take 2 damage. 2 horror. When I take a horror, he takes a damage. That's helpful.
Yay.
And that's once per phase. So when he attacks me again, but if he attacks me, if I fail this attack, I will die.
And I'll give you a hint.
You're not going to kill him.
I ain't doing much against him.
No. So, can I evade him? Not particularly. All right, well, let's... It's 5 against 4. Let's commit both of these, so it's 7 against 4. My last shriveling. My resource. Whew. Pretty much not the auto fail, right? 7 against 4. The -4, the auto fail is bad. 0. Okay. That's 2 more damage on the monster. He's at 5.
You've done your 5.
Yep, he's got 10 HP. So, where did my resource token go? I'll find it later. That's the end of our turn. The monsters go. He's engaged with me, so he attacks me, deals me 2 more damage, which puts me at 5 of my 6. 2 more horror, which puts me at 6 on 8. When I'm dealt horror, I can deal a damage to the monster because it's a new phase now. So he's at 6. Or 6 damage on 10 health. 4 HP left.
All right.
Yeah. At the end of our turn, we get a card. And we get a resource. Oof, I'm cutting it close here with this monster. Oh yeah, we didn't read the front of the act.
No. Act 3A. What have you done?
We're fighting this ghoul priest right now.
A woman with a torch stands in your parlor, a glimmer of hatred in her eyes. What have you done to my barrier? She screams, furious. Before you can answer, a ghastly wail sounds behind you, and a creature wearing robes and a deer skull mask tears through the wall, advancing towards you. Minutes ago.
Yeah.
Objective. If the ghoul priest is defeated, advance.
All right. We should have read that like at the beginning of last turn, but whatever.
Oh well.
The sheet gets a doom, the agenda does. And we get bad cards. Oh, Swarm of Rats. Perfect. Just what I needed. Although I'm just focusing on the ghoul priest. If he dies, those rats don't mean anything.
Ancient Evils. Place 1 doom on the current agenda.
That's not bad. Is it 3 of 7 now? Do you want to try to get Lita Chandler to help us out?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm going to draw a card first.
Okay.
So action the first. Oh, lovely.
Not helpful?
No.
Oh, it's abandoned and alone.
Take 2 direct horror.
Uh-huh.
And remove all your discard pile from the game.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't matter much, because unless you had Scavenging or Resourceful.
I had a resourceful in there.
Oh, I mean, I meant in your hand, but...
Yeah.
All right, so that was your first action to fuck yourself.
Does this go in my discard pile?
Yes.
Now.
Yep.
So
because it's done resolving, and now it's in your discard pile. It doesn't get removed from the game, unfortunately. We need to flip our people
Do I
back over.
come engage the ghoul priest for a turn from you?
Why? What would that help?
You could swing at him with the baseball bat. I'm just an urchin. If you
That's
accidentally,
true. Yeah.
if you accidentally hit the ghoul priest,
or hit
or if
you
swing
and
at
I'm
the
swinging
baseball
ghoul
bat and
priest?
hit me.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah. But if I miss, he'll retaliate and kill me anyway.
Oh, even if he's engaged with me.
Yeah. If retaliate is
Yeah.
an unsuccessful attack, it deals the damage to the attacker. Each time an investigator fails a skill test while attacking a ready enemy with the retaliate keyword, after applying all results for that skill test, that enemy performs an attack against the attacking investigator.
So that doesn't matter.
This attack occurs whether the enemy is engaged with the attacking investigator or not. I mean, you could try to exhaust him so that he wouldn't retaliate. Oh, but no, you would have to...
I mean, I could take a hit. Do you need cards?
I could use some cards. Maybe. I mean, not really.
Okay.
Just try to get Lita Chandler.
Okay.
And bring her in here.
I will
get that woman.
commit my rabbit's foot to give me 4 book on a parlay test of 4.
Okay.
0 or better.
Like, we're going all in on this. -2. That's unfortunate.
Do I try to... I mean, even if I move over there,
It's not going to matter. Yeah.
So I think then I just draw a card. Because...
Or you could resign. Because, this is my last turn regardless. Because if I don't kill him, he kills me. If I do kill him, it's over. We advance the act.
Okay, I guess it makes...
Although, I don't know if taking control of Lita Chandler matters.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I forget.
If you didn't kill the ghoul priest, don't take control of Lita Chandler. And
She
don't
just
resign.
fucks off, yeah.
No, the ghoul priest just kills her. You lose.
Yeah, right.
So he won't attack me next turn, even if he kills you.
He will come and attack you because he's Hunter and he'll move into the parlor.
But he'll have to... Oh, either you kill him or he retaliates.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I just resign then.
Okay, you're resigning. All right, it's all up to me.
It is your house.
It is my house. You're just getting the fuck out. I'm going to play fight or flight. Fast play only during my turn. Until the end of the round, you get plus X fist and plus X feet, where X is the amount of horror on you. Well, that's 6.
That's...
And then, that's fast. So that was the 0th action. I forgot I could evade him. Or do I just swing away? Do I evade and swing at him twice? So that he doesn't retaliate if I fail? I can't even tank a swarm of rats.
So do you just swing at them all?
I can't.
That was fast.
Oh, yeah, so I could swing at the rats.
Baseball bat does 2 damage, right?
Yeah. I think I just swing at the ghoul priest. I'm going all in on this.
Yeah.
Swing at the ghoul priest, I have 2 fist, 4 fist, 10 fist against a 4. Just not the auto fail. Or the skull. The skull would break my baseball bat.
Ooh. I mean, you'd still
I mean,
have
that
a
would
lot
be,
of...
I would have 8 fist, yeah. Not the auto fail. -1. That's 2 more damage on the ghoul priest. He's at 8. Let me just make sure this, until the end of the round, I get plus 6 fist.
The bonus here is, even if you draw the skull and break your baseball bat...
He's dead.
He's dead. And even if you had to, you could still swing at the rats bare-fisted and squish them.
Yeah. All right. Testing 10 on 4 again. -3. That's a 7. That puts the 9th and 10th damage on the ghoul priest. He's dead.
Jawohl. So, objective. If the ghoul priest is defeated, advance.
He's got 2 victory points, so he goes up here in the victory display.
We must defend this house.
We must defend my house.
AKA defending the house, home.
Defending the home.
When the robed creature falls, the fiendish swarm burrows back into the ground and the chaos of the house quiets. But the stranger in your parlor doesn't seem relieved. You broke my seal that was set to trap the ghouls within. She raises her torch. Now we must take more direct measures and burn this hell pit to the ground. The lead investigator must decide. Choose one. It was never much of a home. Burn it!
Jesus.
Or, this hell pit is my home. No way we are burning it.
Burn it. It's no longer my home. My study has a hole in the floor and is now gone. My cellar's icy tunnels and the attic has meat in it for some reason.
Okay, so it's turned into a butcher shop.
Yeah.
With a hidden door. It was never much of a home. Burn it. R1.
R1. Resolution 1. You nod and allow the red-haired woman to set the walls and floor of your house ablaze. The fire spreads quickly, and you run out the front door to avoid being caught in the inferno. From the sidewalk, you watch as everything you own is consumed by the flames. Come with me, the woman says. You must be told of the threat that lurks below. Alone, we are surely doomed, but together, we can stop it. In your campaign log, record that your house has burned to the ground. House burned to ground. The lead investigator earns the lead enchantment card and may include it in his or her deck. Sweet.
Whee.
I got Lita. This card does not count towards that investigator's deck size. The lead investigator suffers 1 mental trauma from watching his or her home become a smoldering ruin. Okay, mental trauma. Each investigator earns experience to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. So that's 2 for the ghoul priest, 1 because you got all the clues in the cellar, and 1 because I got all the clues in the attic. 4. Each investigator also earns 2 bonus experience as he or she gains insight into the hidden world of the mythos. So 6 XP. I'm just going to mark that down right now before we forget. 6 XP. And I guess these rats didn't attack me as we ran out the house.
I mean, you could do one more...
oh yeah, one more skill check?
One more skill check.
All right, I'm swinging at a baseball bat. +1.
11 on a 1.
Alrighty. Let me get Lita into a purple sleeve because she's in my deck now. And that was the end of the scenario, the gathering. So, yeah, this is my dream board with this card in hand. Fight or Flight is so good on Agnes. One of the I put one of these in and put it in my hand, like to play test it. It's like, if I have this in my hand, how's it going to perform? And I'm like, oh, when the Ghoul Priest shows up, I had like 3 or 4 horror on me already. So I'm like, I'm swinging 8 on 4. 8 felt really good. 10 was awesome. Like Fight or Flight feels
scary,
really good.
But...
Yeah.
Ew.
Fight or Flight in an Agnes deck. Oh, look at my my weakness. My weakness was the bottom card of my deck. Perfect place for it.
Let it stay there forever.
Right. All right. So, take a little break while we set up. We get better cards. We'll upgrade our cards. We will
set up for the next
set up for the
scenario.
next scenario. Yeah.